Hello, hello, hello. My name is Sarah. I am coming to you today from Northeast Ohio, just east of Cleveland. And I'm coming to you on a very special day. It is only special because it is different than my usual. It is Monday. It is February 26th, about 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if people ever care about hearing about that. I know I don't care about time and date when I'm watching videos, but I don't know. Maybe some people like it. So I am contending with some afternoon sun that I don't normally have to contend with because I normally do these Tuesday mornings. But alas, I was traveling this weekend. I'm gonna move this a little closer. Is that better? Did it do anything? I don't know. Anyway, I was traveling overnight, just yesterday into today, with my cousin, my aunt, and my grandma. We just did a little girls' overnight at a casino that's about 2 hours northeast of us in Seneca, New York, or Salamanca, actually, Seneca Nation, New York. So we just snuck up there for a quick little overnight, but because of that, I switched my days off around with a coworker who was lovely enough to do so. So Tuesdays when I am normally off, I am going to be working. So I decided I would try to pop on here and do a little video because I have been so good at doing them weekly. And I don't even have that much to update, so it shouldn't be too long. I just have to try to be done to get my kiddo off the bus. So that's going to be our goal, about 30 minutes. I'm sure it might be less than that even. So let's just not waste any more time and get right into WIP chat. I have quite a few things to update. First, I'll just do my easy traveling vanilla sock. Last week I was right here, and then I've done this. So this guy's getting pretty long, which is great. My plan was to, these balls were split. I did this after my last video, because really sometimes talking through things just helps a brain work. So I did split because I wanted to try to use all of the 100 gram skein that I had. But these are getting pretty long. Again, I do love a long sock. So I'm going to still keep going. I have not tried on, but I'm going to still just keep going for a while and then try on eventually. I really do want to use like as much as I can of these. So that's where I'm at that. I made some pretty good progress. I had some good karate watching time this week with my kids. So that's that little guy. And I do feel also like I have made really good progress on my gray space sweater by Neilan. The last week, I believe I was at, oh golly, trying to get this all unwrapped here. Last week I was ready to split for sleeves, I believe, and I have done so, and I need to read the pattern a little bit more because it seems like the body is done now, and there's like a high-low, or there's like some short row shaping to create like a high-low front and back hem kind of thing, and it seems like I'm at that point for the short row shaping and then to do the ribbing for the bottom hem, but I don't think that I'm ready for that yet. Like, I think I want a longer body, so I need to read the directions a little bit more carefully and then probably do a try on to see where I'm at. I did also realize when I tried this on before I started much of the body, the gray, well, let me just show you, I guess, really quick, and then it'll make more sense. So this is my little mushroom guy, is where I was at the last time, so I definitely got a few inches done on the body, and then that's where she is at. Obviously still have to do both the sleeves, but what I was saying is when I tried it on, unless this will block out pretty well, this dark gray that's right here is supposed to be like below the bust line, and it's not, which I did not swatch for this. I know you're supposed to always do that and all those things, but I don't have an excuse. I just didn't. I don't swatch. I just don't. Maybe I will someday learn my lesson and something will go horrifically wrong. But I just have not done that much garment making, I guess, to have any issues. That didn't make any sense, but I don't swatch. I don't want to take the time for it. I know that's wrong. And here I am, I guess, right now with that issue of like, this is supposed to be like, I think like down a bit more, although obviously it's hard to tell when it's not actually on. So I'm going to give this a good little try on and see how much more of the body I actually want to knit and compare it to, how many inches the hem and things are too. So, because I obviously don't want it to be like crazy long either. It's not quite meant to be any kind of crop sweater. I don't think. I think it hits in the pictures, it hits her like really right, kind of at her natural waist, maybe? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this picture in well, but I mean, I have a picture up on the screen already, but like, so it hits, you know, so this is like your bust really, and then that. So my bust is like a little bit, or this color work part is a little bit higher, I believe. So I just need to do a try on, and I will modify from there. But this is going very good. I did get quite a bit of this done on our little trip yesterday, but then I got to the part where I needed to try on. So whatever, tucked that away. That's why I brought my bag for knitting was just as big as my overnight bag, if not bigger. But I know you all understand that. Because that's the life of a knitter, a crafter, I should say, not just knitting. Next up is my MegaMini scarf, which is a free pattern by Julie Ann Amos. This is going to be a bit disappointing because this is still my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just finished the seventh color in it. My little cat in my last video was more up here. I was almost like halfway done with it, but then as I was knitting it, I had noticed I messed up the stitching, which is ridiculous because it's just garter stitching, but I had accidentally done a couple purls where it was supposed to be knit. I don't know what I was thinking, and a lot of people would just be fine with it, but stuff like that really bothers me. So I had to rip basically almost the entire pink section out, but rip all the way back to here. So I did get that at least done sometime late last week, and then I just haven't worked on it anymore. So that needs some loving. Again, I am using my Yarnaceous Fibers did a February Galentine's Day pre-order skein thing, one mini from February 1st to February 14th. So I'm on day 7, so I am literally halfway done. I just want it done so that it can be done. I'm not like enjoying it anymore because it's just garter stitching, which is nice in some scenarios, but I'm just kind of over it. But I want to finish it. I want the product. All right, and then next was my other big dilemma discussion last week about my grandma's socks, because I only bought a 50-gram hank on purpose because she has small feet and she wears shorty socks. So I'm trying to get every gram, I guess I should technically say, out of it that I can. I had a big long chat about it last week. So I decided to wind up each ball into 25 grams so that I knew exactly what I had to work with. I decided to do the Luna sock by Summerlee Knits. It's in her new book. And then I also then decided, just to make extra sure, that I'm doing them actually 2 at a time on a magic loop, which 2 at a time is not my favorite way to do things, but I knew that this was a foolproof way to make sure that they were both exactly even and I did not ever run out of yarn. My hope is that they will be long enough that I can still use the yarn as an afterthought heel. My plan is an afterthought heel no matter what anyway. So this is the yarn that I'm using. I mean, it never comes up good in a little ball, but I did not want to spend the time to cake them. Why, I don't know. I just didn't. And I'm using, this is a colorway by Nanette Wake Studio in the colorway this, Jet with a, it's not going to focus, Jette with a little above the E. So this is how they are coming up. So again, this is the Luna pattern by Summerly Knits. It's just like, it just gives it like just a nice little texture. And I'm really happy with how they're working up. I'm happy with the speckling. They're really nice. I like them a lot. So I was able to work on these a little bit, but my grandma was also with us on our little travel adventure, so I couldn't work on them like super a lot. But that's going good. The only thing that I realized, I talked last week, but I did not want to do a vanilla sock for her. I just wanted to do something a little bit more elevated, but I did not realize that with the way that I'm knitting these, I didn't, the bottom of your foot doesn't have the pattern on it. So then I still had to kind of figure out where her foot would begin from the leg. So I ended up, I guess, so I'm not actually doing an afterthought heel. I guess I'm doing a forethought heel. I just kind of looked at some other patterns and figured out where other people stopped on the legs with their shorties, because I've never made a pair of shorty socks before. So I just did about, I think I did a 20 row cuff, I think. And then I just did 2 repeats of the pattern, which is about 8 total. So like this is the back side. And then I did just go ahead and mark out for the heel where I'm gonna go. So I hope this isn't gonna mess me up too much, but I also didn't want her to have pattern on the bottom of her feet, because I didn't know if that would bother her or not to like wear them like that. So, but they're going along good. I mean, I have a good solid few inches done, and I do really like the way I like the way that all the specklings worked up, and I like that they are, you can see the majority of like the white, which is why I specifically bought this yarn for her, because she just wears white socks, plain socks. But I wanted her to have a little bit of color. So I'm really happy with how those are working out. What's next? I do have a WIP that I started that is going to be a frog, or it's not physically going to be a frog. I'm frogging it. A coworker friend of mine asked if I would make her sister a baby blanket. Her sister is having a little boy in May, and she asked if I would even have time to make one. She understood if I didn't, but I just love making things for people, and I love making baby blankets, so I was like, absolutely, I will make it. And I brought in some yarn that I already had in stash to see if she liked it, and it is over here. Woolly's Thick and Quick in the color Succulent. It's a super bulky yarn, and I'm frogging it, and I will tell you why. So first, let's take a little look-see look. Oh, I apologize. This is the Sunshine Chevron blanket by Marie Chiba, C-H-I-B-A. I have made this pattern 3 or 4 times before. It's a great go-to baby blanket. I just love the way the chevrons come out, and it's pretty easy pattern to like kind of pick up as you make it. So you know, it's not like a difficult pattern by any means. So this is the start of it. So you can see like the chevron coming down. You actually knit it like left to right or right to left, however you want to say that, instead of top down, so that the chevrons end up going, you know, like across this way. So this is where I'm at. I have like half of a chevron done. There we go. And I just really love this Succulent colorway in Woolly's as well. I did make another baby blanket out of this color as well. It's just a really nice, like, muted, slightly green tinged blue. The reason I am going to frog this is I don't like the way that the wool ease works up in it. I just, maybe this is just like a me being too critical thing, but I just don't feel like you can really, I just don't like it. I've used other yarns before that I like much better. My favorite yarn to use with this pattern so far is Caron Simply Soft, and I just hold it double. I just feel like the sheen in the Simply Soft really just has good stitch definition with this pattern, and it's really nice, and it's, you know, it's an acrylic, so it's easy for parents to throw in the wash and all that kind of stuff. And so I do have to order yarn for this because I don't have it, but I'm not going to end up paying for it. My coworker, it will, you know, in the end. So I'm going to scour to see if anybody has some Simply Soft on sale. I think that I saw that they have a color that's either called like cottage blue or country blue. That is very similar to this, which was the approved color by my friend. So I'm just going to match it as best as I can. She will not care. She's very amenable to all opinions, and basically told me to just make one, and she, you know, has no opinion about it. But I at least wanted her to like see the general color in case she was thinking something different. So that is a frog, but it will end up being a new WIP when that comes in, because May is right around the corner. I would like to have it done by, I don't even know if there's going to be a baby shower because it's not her first baby, but I would like to have it done by mid-April, by like tax day. So, and it's the end of February right now. So hopefully I can maybe find it somewhere local that I can just go pick it up and not have to wait for shipping, and then I can get it started maybe by the end of the week or over the weekend would be ideal. Last up is an unexpected WIP, because it was not at all on my radar, and it was not with yarn that I had. So I did make an incredibly hefty yarn purchase for no reason. I just really got sucked in. It has always been a like luxury dream of mine to work with spin cycle yarns. There are so many people that I follow that tend to use it for their designs. It's not something that I would consider super duper affordable for me to make something big, I guess, with it. Like, you know, sure, I think where I got it from, it was like $35 a hank, and I will pay that for, you know, I mean, I'm sure I have paid that for sock yarns and things, but that will make me a whole sock, where this, I never knew what to do with smaller quantities of it, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm explaining any of this, although I really do hope that this was like my last yarn purchase, because anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't need to go there right now. I bought spin cycle yarns from a wonderful yarn shop that is not local to me, but it is called Black Mountain Yarn Shop. I hope. I will. Anyway, it will be linked below. They were amazing. They luckily live on the same coast as me, so I feel like that always helps make shipping like so much faster. But they actually shipped same day, and not just like you got the notification that your label was printed, which always makes you think that things were shipped until you actually go to track it, but they physically shipped it the same day, which I don't know if that's usual for them or not, but I was so incredibly appreciative. And then it ended up getting here faster than the estimated like United States Postal Service estimation. So it was just all around like an amazing experience. And I would totally buy from them again. They have all sorts of like fancy yarns. They had so many spin cycles. Like, it was very difficult to even pick. The one that I had gotten sucked into was like something that was made specifically for an event that they were having that was sold out. So I was just browsing. I was not going to buy anything, but then I ended up falling in love with Ghost Ranch, which is a very common one that I have seen a lot of other people use. And anyway, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but the point is I bought 1 million Ghost Ranch hanks from them. They shipped it very, very quickly, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to make the Traveler Shawl by Andrea Mowry. Again, that was not even on my radar. It wasn't even saved in my favorites on Ravelry, but I just knew when I bought it, like, that's what I wanted to make with it. I don't know why. I don't know how it all connected. Anyway, so I took this on our little road trip with me because I wanted to start it ASAP, which also now means that, like, no other project project is going to be getting love because this is just all I want to work on. Hold on. I do want to show you though how beautiful these balls wound up to be, because I just can't, it's just like bananas. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. All right. Oh golly, I'm sorry. They're all coming undone now that I'm pulling them out. Okay, so I'm not going to pull any more out. We're not going to do that. I'll just show you a couple. So these are how just 2 different ones wound up. Again, they're both Ghost Ranch. And they do all have the same colors, and you know, they were just started and stopped at different points. But I also loved that for this shawl as well, because it's just coming up like really stripy, so it doesn't actually, nothing needs to like blend into each other or anything like that. Like they just naturally, I believe they just will. So I was super excited about that there wasn't the pressure of having to make sure that I'm ending with a color that goes into another color. So I started this yesterday. Oh my god, and I just feel like it looks so good. So this is what I have so far. The colors are just fantastic. I love this yellow that's right in the middle of all of these like pinks and reds, and then this awesome pink with this blue twist at the top. It's just turning out so pretty. I love it so much. I love it. So hopefully this is the shape that it's supposed to be. I guess I should, the pattern did come with a schematic, so I guess I should make sure that I'm in the shape that it's supposed to be. I didn't review it at all, but so that's where I'm at with that. Unexpected WIP. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize, but I was having a nice little chat, and I should have written it down in the comment section of my last video, when I was like complaining about that I had said I wanted to not buy any more yarn, and then here I am, I keep buying yarn, and I'm re-signed up for all these subscriptions and all this stuff. And somebody gave me the most bestest idea in the whole wide world of just like shopping your own stash when you are feeling the itch. She also went as far as to stop or unfollowed like all the yarn shops. I don't know if I can do that because I do really love looking at all the pretty colors, but so I just need to do that. I need to stop. I just have so many projects sitting around me that I'd love to have instead of just looking at. I feel like I say this every time. And then obviously I just bought all this Ghost Ranch, which was quite a pretty penny. But I just want to knit the things and have them to wear. That's what I want. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. As far as reading and watching, I'm still reading The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I have not even touched it since last week. I might not even have it on my Kindle anymore. The library might have taken it back. It might be expired. Like I don't even know. I feel bad because it's definitely not a bad book. It's just me not making the time to do it, because again, when I'm knitting, I'm usually watching television or YouTube. I can't do the like reading and knitting very well. So I have made no progress, and we're not really watching anything new. I don't even know I don't even know if my husband and I sat down to watch television together at all, besides, oh, you know what, on Saturday we did watch Saltburn on Amazon Prime. Everybody's been like talking about it. Those movies are definitely not my husband's taste. I don't mind them, but I did want to watch it because everybody's been talking about it. I am neutral on it. I didn't like it, not like it. I thought a couple parts of it were really like wild and crazy and interesting. We did laugh a bit with some of like the lines in it, like that were intended to be funny. So I'm neutral on it. I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it. I don't feel the need to watch it again. But I can say I watched it now, and I can talk about it with my coworkers because there's a bunch of them that have seen it, and we keep saying, we're going to watch it. So we finally did. But besides that, I can't recall any like real TV that we're watching. I think I'm just catching up on some older shows. So I guess that's it. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I did it. My clock says just under 25 minutes. So I made it in time to get my son off the bus. Feels weird that it's Monday and I'm recording. And it feels weird that I have to work now 4 days in a row, which I'm not complaining about. You know, your schedule is just like off a little bit when you change things around from your routine. But I will survive, I promise you. I do not know what I'm going to work on most this week. Nothing has a deadline except for this baby blanket that I don't have yarn for currently. I really just want to spend all the time working on my traveler shawl, but it is a pattern repeat that I have to pay attention to, so I can't just, to me, it's not, I mean, it's TV knitting, but not, maybe I'll work more on my MegaMini and try to get that done. It just takes forever with the fingering. Wait, I don't know. Maybe I'll just work on everything all week because it doesn't matter. And I don't really have to explain myself to anyone. So we'll see where I end up. We'll see next week because I'm going to do this again next week. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful week.